Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters. I played a little bit of ranked off screen, so now I'm up to rank 5 silver. There's definitely a problem here that's going to make it kind of difficult in the live streams in particular to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there is just a very tight "you better play now or we're going to automatically surrender on your behalf" countdown, which I know there's a lot of people complaining about that not even existing, because clearly they've added that after the fact, but it is so tight that when I'm just being distracted doing something else, like looking at my phone playing a YouTube video or something, which is usually how I play any like collectible card game if I'm playing it off screen. Like, I'm getting distracted for a minute or two and then I'm looking up and the game is just already conceded, where every other instance of that, of a collectible card game, has not been that tight. I've totally been able to be distracted. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if Yu-Gi-Oh! Really satisfies the goal, and the as being the background music in the background game that gets played while I'm talking about video game news. So we'll go ahead and just receive all of these, get some crafting points and some gems, making our way quickly up to that. I'm also still having a lot of network trouble, and there's just no way around it. Like, something's really going wrong, and it's not something I can control. It doesn't seem like it's my fault. I'm losing internet connectivity on all my devices throughout my entire local network. So it's not just one computer. And in all fairness, it would never be the PC, which is hardwired, that would have the trouble. It would be my cell phone that has Wi-Fi that would have trouble. I am starting to wonder, although it's very hard to prove, if it isn't the case that this game is just so poorly programmed that it's actually sending out garbage network signals and messing up my entire internet on some random occasions. But I wouldn't immediately jump to that conclusion either, because that's pretty extreme. So, studying the origins of the Karakuri is the next solo thing. And yeah, I guess I'll try to keep doing the solo things. Karakuri are characterized by the mechanical movements, such as the ability to change formations. Synchro summoning accelerates their movements even further. It's time for the fierce Karakuri to head into battle. Like, ideally, after I click solo mode, there shouldn't be a connecting sign at all. This should be completely offline play, and in fact, it should be possible to play solo mode even if I was completely disconnected from the computer. But then the rewards, I guess, are being tied to an always-on connection. That, I mean, you really don't need that. It's kind of an example of how programming has gotten a little bad about just assuming you're always connected, instead of having a local save file, checking that against the server to see if it's changed. If the server version of the save file is newer, downloading that, or uploading the local file if it's newer, but not constantly, just with every single little communication or change to the save file, having to communicate back to a database on some server somewhere. Moving on though with the story. Have you ever heard of a tome called the Karakuri anatomy. What are the inner workings of the Karakuri? How did they come to be? I don't even know what the Karakuri is. Wouldn't it be more helpful to say that first? All I'm seeing here is what looks somewhat like the missing, no, not missing nose, but the Pokemon that looked like letters in the second generation or third generation of Pokemon. All one could want to know of the Karakuri is contained in this tome. Let us unravel the mysteries of the tome and delve into the deep world of the Karakuri. A long time ago, this is an interesting little cheap animations here. There was constant conflict between nations. The turmoil was the very picture of hell on earth. And this is very Japanese music, ancient Japanese music. In the midst of that era, in order to quell the strife, one feudal lord assembled the greatest Karakuri craftsmen. The feudal lord proclaimed to the engineers, I want you to develop soldiers stronger than firearms. This is an important command. I want you to give it all your all. Immediately the engineers set out to develop devices capable of wielding great power. Crucial to the devices were golden gears located in a faraway country. The feudal lord granted the engineers' wishes, successfully acquiring the golden gears, and thus mysterious devices of untold power were forged. And see, it would be interesting, and none of these stories really have been that interesting, but it would be interesting if these golden gears were part of some other expansion of cards and some other types of characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there may be some actual backstory to that, but the solo mode has not established that foundation. After several years, Karakuri were equipped with the golden gears were completed. The workmen of the Karakuri were unrivaled. Their handiwork was impressive to all who beheld it. So they seem to be like robots built in feudal times of Japan. Fortifications included Karakuri Castle, a cornerstone of armor and defense. They were now prepared for battle. Under the command of Karakuri Shogun MDL-00, Burai, probably, Burai, yeah, that's probably how you pronounce it. The Karakuri soldiers were heading into battle. After so many battles, what a blessing that an era of calm had been ushered in. So the robot samurais, I guess. The era of war had come to an end. Now we'll explore what lie in store next for the Karakuri. A lot of the characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Feel like they just threw a dart at the board. Well, no, more than like they threw 2 darts at the board, and they got samurai and robots, and just mixed them together. And very rarely do you have something after the first couple generations of the cards where it's something simple like, oh, this is just a fairy, or this is just a angel, or this is just a spider. Although, when you look at this really does just look like a spider, for the most part, but then it has knives on its hands. Very simple, normal card. Kind of ridiculous that you're getting rewarded so little for that. Honestly, there are so many Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. You should be getting 1 normal card until you have 3 copies of every normal card for every single game you play in any field, whether it's ranked, solo, duel. At least 1 copy of a normal card, because it really won't matter even if you did give away every single normal card. And I've often said that a lot of these long in the tooth collectible card games, when they come over to digital, should just hand you a starter deck that's like, here's 1,000 cards, here's 2,000 cards. We've got so many of them. We're not giving you the good ones. We're just giving you a bunch of cards so you can feel like you're starting anywhere close to equal footing as far as what people who have been playing the game for 10 years would have. There is also a problem certainly in collectible card games, and it's highlighted very much in this game with the foil and the shinies. Like, why does that even exist? They're almost certainly never going to let us trade cards with anybody else in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. What is this even called? In any Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, they're not going to let us trade cards with other people or create a marketplace where we can sell cards or anything like that. The shinies literally are only existing so that it has the similar feeling to buying the cards in the real world. But the difference is, buying the cards in the real world, if you've got a shiny version of a ultra rare card, it's going to be worth an actual value that you could go to a card shop and sell it for. That whole secondary market is just non-existent in digital forms. Everything should be a shiny if you're going to do it that way in digital, or it should just not exist at all. And then that should just be an exclusive sales point for buying the real world cards. But yeah, we're not going to have card trading in this game, almost certainly. We're not going to have selling of cards. I'm rambling here a little bit, sorry. It also, I think, is worth pointing out that if you look at how Magic the Gathering's card deck builder is, and how Shadowverse's deck builder is, and how Hearthstone's deck builder is, they all are probably better than the way this newer game is laid out. So there's really no excuse for it. That they should have totally seen ideas and stolen ideas. The main thing they do is they keep the cards much larger and fewer on screen at any one time, so it feels more manageable. Anyways, continuing. Some Karakuri monsters may seem weak at first glance due to the effects that will change their battle position when they are targeted for an attack and force them to attack if able. However, this deck also is supported by effects that activate when battle positions are changed or when the Karakuri monsters are destroyed in battle. By focusing your strategies on powerful Karakuri synchro monsters and using these effects to your advantage, you can easily overwhelm your opponent. So, because they're robots, their movement is going to be the focus. This is kind of a nice looking playfield. But it kind of sucks that you are never going to be able to be guaranteed to see both sides of the playfield, because most people are going to have the default playfield, and if you're playing a different playfield, you're probably not going to override their default playfield anyway, so it's still going to be split in half. Maybe a custom playfield does override the default playfield, but it wouldn't probably overwrite an opponent that has a custom playfield also. Anyways, use the cards in your hand to get multiple Karakuri monsters in the field to win the duel. First, summon Karakuri Komachi MDL model 224 Ninishi. Alright. So we're gonna summon this. And I turned off the feature where it automatically places things, because you kind of need that. Why can I summon 2 cards? And now tuner and non-tuner monsters on the field. Tuner and non-tuner. Samurai Synchro Summon Karakuri Shogun Model 00 Borai. Okay. Because they don't show you the cards before they show you where you have to place it, so you still have to know whether the card is like pointing to another card or not. Use the effect of Borai and special summon Kurakuri Ninja Nanashik from your deck for its high attack. Okay. It scrolled that way. For me, good. Use the equip spell Kurakuri Gamma Oil to special summon Kurakuri Soldier Model 236 Nishamu. This is a lot of Japanese going on here. So now, Hypa has the highest attack, but when it's chosen as the target of an attack, its effect turns to defense position. Its defense of 1100 is low, so attack with Nisamu. Okay. So it wants me to attack with this one first. Which one's Nisami? This one. Now just attack your life points to the opponent's life points directly for a win. Okay, I think I get the trick for here. But the little practices now really are just kind of the beginning of understanding the strategies around these types of cards. And then you get thrown kind of in the deep end after that point with the duels. Following instructions to do 5 actions in a row is a far cry from figuring it out yourself. But then again, I guess there's not really much else. Right, just start with this field effect. We want to chain. Nope. Okay. Must attack if enabled. Its effect is negated. I think for safety I'll just attack here. What does this effect do? Yes. So this one's going to change its battle position, and then it's going to just change its battle position anyways. What's this doing? Fine. So we both wasted a bunch of cards there. They kind of do the exact same thing. Hmm. I am, at this point, starting to run out of things to say. So, we're going fairly quiet. And see, that is the other part of playing a collectible card game, and why, unlike all the other series I cover on my YouTube channel, I don't just make long-running series of trying to play games that go on forever and have no real narrative beginning, middle, and end. Is that normally when I would be live streaming, this would be when I would start talking about the news, but yeah. Most attack if enabled. Okay, well, you do that. I don't like that I have to choose a position for every card. I think it would be fairly easy for them to simply flag specific cards as requiring you to pick a location, and then just automatically placing all the other cards. But even that doesn't really work, because you might want to place your cards in a specific pattern and then summon a character that points to those cards, and that would have to all be done manually. And honestly, I've yet to see one of those cards that does point to other cards actually do anything useful from that ability. Yeah. We're playing the loner deck, so really feels like there should be almost a guaranteed victory on that first duel. And it just isn't that. It's far too easy to mess things up. Okay. Something adds to a deck. Which ones of these do we want? Do we have a tuner monster in this? A non-tuner, so yeah. Take this tuner. Yeah. Try and just copy exactly what we did before in the practice. Put this tuner on the field and see if we can get that to work. That doesn't look like that's gonna work. Let's see. Bring this guy back. Don't chain that. But then face up position. Put this in face up position. Then special summon this using that and that. What is his ability? Yeah, let's just activate it. Okay. Bring that back to the field. Add 1 4-level monster to your hand. Let's see. Tuner, non-tuners. Is this not a curry? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, again, 2,500. Select that and that. Face up attack. Still not strong enough. But maybe strong enough now. Still got a bit of a cough. Yeah, none of this is working. It's just not working at all. Alright. set that, and literally cannot do anything else. Prepare to lose. There is that odd disconnect, certainly. Like, why does it want me to get up to level 50, but then it seemingly is giving me only enough solo content to get up to level 10 or so? Like, that doesn't really make sense. Try and activate that. Set that there. Well, actually, yeah, I'm not even doing this right, am I? Whatever, I'm gonna lose anyways. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really not a good game to have these kind of distraction things on the side anyways. The game doesn't really give you enough free time for that to be an issue. If this somehow succeeded, I would be insane. Just go ahead and attack. I can definitely tell you that these Karakuri cards are not particularly cards you would want to play with unless you're going to really delve deep into the strategy, and even then it's going to be a very slow style of gameplay and just a lot of movement, a lot of complication. So it's going to be irritating to you as much as it is to your opponent. Yeah, and I have in my deck that I built a decent amount of, yeah, where, well, once again, I think having network trouble. Like, I can't just sit around and do nothing because these are like 3-4 minutes of the network going down. Just enough to be irritating and seemingly happening either really frequently and I'm only noticing it in between games, or happening specifically around when games end. See, it's now back up. Yeah. So I've got kind of all kinds of frustrations here. Alright, try that again. That's literally all we can do is just try it again. And if we ran into a situation where there was one duel we could not win at here, and then there was another duel in a solo mode we couldn't win at, well, then you don't have anything else. Like you literally don't have any other options. You'd have to win one of those two duels or you'd just be forever trapped. This card attacks, change its defense position at the end of the battle phase. Okay, so you want to start with this card, I guess. Then, in the turn. I don't like how this jumps. Like, if I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. Set the trap. 21. Well, I guess you just do this. Do I want to change its position? Okay. Now, this one normally, yeah, you have a hard time seeing its normal attack. So, yeah. Tell me what its original attack is by hovering over here. 2100. You have to look down here, I guess. That's pretty bad. So 2100 plus that. And then we could merge instead and get 2300. Which probably isn't a terrible thought, so let's do it. Once per turn, you can detach a material either 1 or 4 from your deck to or graveyard to your hand. Okay. What can I special summon now? 2500? Sure, why not? So that was a lot. Oh man, I'm just changing things, positions all over the place for no reason. Don't understand what these cards are supposed to be used for. Let's do this. Give me another one of those, I guess. Go ahead and activate his ability. Sure, chain it off that. Let's go and grab one of these. And then, while we're at it, let's go ahead and grab one of these. Just going crazy here. Just trying to put as much on the field as possible. But eventually I'm just going to activate some effect that I'm not familiar with. Alright, well, let's do this. Just destroy that so we can attack in safety with these two. I can't help but feel like this is just luck more than skill, though. It is just the tiny little embers of starting to learn some skill, with it being 80% luck. What are these gonna do? Have us draw cards? No problem there. It feels like if you're going to have a really nice, well-rounded deck, you would definitely want at least one spell card that does some level of direct damage. Just a massive amount of like 1,000 direct damage in every deck. Because so often it feels like you're going to have a scenario where there's that opportunity to almost win, but you're just quagmired. And somehow something with a lot of attack or a lot of defense can just stop all 5 of your characters from attacking. Hopefully they'll give me stronger loner decks in the next couple deals, but we're not even sure we'll be able to do the next couple of duels. Yeah, they really aren't giving you much as far as rewards. It definitely feels like they weren't on the same page as far as how much reward there should be. Like getting a moat character or a mate character, way bigger a deal than getting very low level normal cards. And I guess with each one of these solo things, you're learning maybe 15, 20 cards. Do we have an earth otherwise? Tuner, machine, dark, dark, dark. Okay, I'm gonna summon this, activate its ability, and then select this. Okay. Levels become combined. That affects is unimportant. Infinitrack Goliath with 1,000 attack. This card is in from the field of graveyard. You can target one XY monster you control, attach this card to that monster's material. You can only use this effect once. I don't see that as being useful. Let's not do that. Yeah. They've given us some different cards here. Probably better cards, but now we gotta relearn them. If anything, we might be playing our previous loner deck. We may be playing against what was our previous loner deck with only maybe a slight modification here and there. And now we're playing with slightly different cards. Yeah. Real hard to keep the faith when you see a hand go that way or a turn go that way. Okay. I think this is what we've got to do. We gotta activate this. And then not sure if any of these are useful. Let's just go with this. Hmm. So you have 1,000 now. That doesn't help anything. That does not help anything at all. Wow, if he just does a whole bunch of stuff that somehow causes him to not be able to attack me, I'd be very surprised. Nope. Tiny little climbing up the ladder. I guess it's a good thing that those secondary currencies don't get used for anything else, because that creates a scenario where you're not really upset that you spend it, since all it can be used for is opening the gate. Finitrek armor driller. Or 2100 attack. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to bring those out. So I'll say no to that. We could balance out the levels if there was a reason for that, but I don't see a reason. What does this one do? This gives me another card. Any of these spells useful? Now, if we tried to summon something, it would still be 1. And the one you need is a non-link Infinitrack card, which is not that, but that one. We balance out the levels here between those two, and then it would be 2 3s. But do I have something that's looking for 2 3s? I doubt it. So let's do this. Select 1 card to send to the graveyard. It's gotta be this. Put that there. Yeah, what was the point of that? That didn't make things better. That made things worse. This is gonna get puffed up, I guess, each turn. What does this do? Add another card to your hand. Attack. Again, it feels like I'm lucking into a victory. Still can't summon anything else out. So, like, there's a whole extras deck here. It would need like 2 level 5 monsters to get that. Or 2 level 7 monsters. 2 level 9 monsters. A tuner and a non-tuner monster. A tuner and a non-tuner monster. So, tuner and non-tuner seems to be the real strategy, if there is any strategy to get any of these other extra cards out besides just this one Infinitrack card. I thought I was going to win here, but I'm not 100% certain. Oh, I should also mention that while I was playing Ranked, I summoned Obelisk the Tormentor. Didn't even have an animation screen. It just summoned like a normal card. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. Would have almost certainly thought there would have been some special animation there. And I bet over time we probably will see a lot of the older cards gain some of that, gain more animations. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just going to be high priority to specifically do the new cards, and then when they start to have some time, they'll start to do the older cards too. At least the big ultra rare cards. It would make a lot of sense for every ultra rare to have a summoning animation. And then work your way to super rares and not do it for normals or rares. Okay. Machine, machine, machine. Okay. Here's how this has got to go down. Then we've got to attack this with this and do some damage. Well, that didn't work. Alright. So fingers crossed one of these traps can help me do 1400 damage, otherwise I'm doomed. 2 cards to target. That one. And that one. Yeah. Again, if I could just play a couple spells to do 2,000 damage, I could have won there. But what I'm not feeling like is that there's some greater strategy and I'm just playing too aggro. That there might be a more conservative way to play. Build up your defenses, just put more monsters in defense position. You could do a little bit of that, sure. But I'm not seeing something like that. Okay. Should I do this? Like, is there a benefit for having so many infinite Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Well, I guess I can't be targeted now. Cool. So maybe I can use this to my advantage. Well, not being targeted, I don't think doesn't stop him from just directly attacking you. This almost feels like a completely different deck than what I just played. Right. Okay. Do I want to activate this effect? Let's just hope that's enough. Hmm. Go ahead and end the turn. Really just trying to read this stuff. If I wasn't wearing out my voice, I would probably just want to read this stuff out loud. Because this trap looks interesting, but oddly I don't seem to be able to actually activate it. Summon this normally so that we can then take, I guess, this. See if this works. Is there a real reason to summon something now? I feel like there is. 26. Take that. And that. And guess we'll take that again. Want to change the battle position of this character? Nope, I guess we don't. So good momentum. Now it's just a matter of, can the trap save us and the spell save us? Or is he gonna play 2 or 3 cards that just clear the field? Yeah, that XYZ summoning animation shows the levels of both characters as they're being merged together, but I don't know if that particularly matters much. These trap cards are not working. Okay. You can target one monster and change its battle position once per turn. Let's hope this works. Seriously? All I could do is change my own battle position? Just like nothing here. Hmm. So this is going to point to that. What does that mean? I have no idea. Oh, I just hate this. I really hate it. It's not a good experience. It's not holding your hand or tutorializing enough, and then it's challenging you a lot more than what the solo had presented itself up until this point. Like, it really needed a warning when unlocking the gate to say, hey, these duels can be very hard. Don't get upset if you lose multiple times. Because after the second or third time you've lost to this, it's like, I don't feel like it's really teaching me a strategy as much as it's just beating me over the head to say, yeah, you need better cards to actually win. But then they gave me a loaner deck, so I can't even have better cards. Perhaps if you got the reward using a loaner deck or your own deck, it would be better that way. But as it stands, it really just comes down to luck and perseverance. And it's kind of playing against itself, because ideally you would want more people playing ranked. So having people effectively waste their time doing these solo duels, spending an extra hour doing solo duels, is not benefiting anybody. And I guess we could skip these duels and go on to the next story mode, because they are starting to exhaust me, frankly. Yeah. This spin thing never actually activated. 1400. Summon this one. And then summon this one. Then when I summon this, this should let me special summon this. And then probably don't want something like this. We'll see. Have to confirm that. Put that there. Go ahead and bring that back. This should give me another card. Let's just take that again. Just activating as much as possible here. As much as humanly possible. Like almost a full field. Although getting a full field now, it would be kind of hard to. You'd have to have a field spell, 10 trap spells and monsters, plus 2 of these special things. You'd almost feel like if you could fill your whole field that way, there should be some special reward on top of the normal reward you might get from that. Try this. That one. And that one. Well, I don't know how I did it, but let's see. I have no idea how I did it, but I've managed to. Nope, don't want to attribute either one. Darn it. Let's just go ahead and assume nothing better can be done there. I need to know how these things actually work before I activate them. Okay. Summon. And hopefully we can special summon something. Non-tuner. Non-tuner, okay. That one. And that one. That was not my plan. Sure. This one change the battle position of something, but we don't know what. Let's do this. Didn't give me the opportunity to change the battle position after it flipped. Which that kind of sucks, but whatever. Now we can activate this effect and change the battle position of that. Again, this feels more like luck than actual skill or understanding of the cards. Just if I was lucky enough to activate something, or to be able to activate something. Yeah. Try all the things is really the strategy that's going on here. And within that strategy, I'm just going to summon this. Normally, I'm not even going to activate its ability. I'm going to go to battle mode. I'm going to take the win and just move on with my life. Like, there's just no reason to be flashy. And what could be fairly irritating here, certainly, is if we did this duel and then found this duel to be way easier than the previous one. But that could happen. It could be that we get really lucky, or it could be that just on average it's way easier. Alright. Ninjas. Hanzo. Okay, set that down. You don't need to do that again. So we'll leave it there. Killed my ninja to bring back my ninja. To then summon something even bigger. Adding insult to injury. But that's kind of a great example of where, like, Regiki and Monster Reborn as cards are very basic cards and just generally useful cards. Face up defense position, I think, is the right move here. Yep. And I can't do anything else. And I don't think that that probably was the best time to activate that trap. But whatever. That worked. I don't know exactly how it worked, but it did work. Let's see. Give me another one of these. Set this. Let's do this. 2,000. Put 2 ninjas. Okay, what does this do? cannot be targeted for attacks. It says. Okay. But it can't attack directly either. But they said he couldn't be targeted for attacks. Well, obviously I'm not fully reading these inscriptions. So I'm doing a lot of things, maybe learning a little bit, but still kind of struggling. Still kind of struggling here to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. We finally find a way to destroy these two cards. Yeah, unless that does something for us. Alright, we have things that would take 2 tribute summons. Summon this. Activate the effect. Select this. Face down up. Face up attack. I'm just not getting anything here. Alright, well, nothing's gonna work, so find something that will work. It's probably not it either. Second attack. Great. So this could attack twice. For what little that's worth. Just trying to do everything here. But nothing is helping. This 23 is just too strong. It didn't get destroyed. Instead I banished a card. Which, okay, that I guess is a little nice. Tribute summon this, see if this does anything. Hands, cards we want to discard. Sure, discard this 8. What do I care? Discard that. Yeah. Like nothing I just did there seemed to have any real effect. So I think this card is allowing me to keep my characters alive. Yeah, but that's about it. I just don't think I have anything here. Summon this, put this here. That lets you summon this. Which then we can activate and special summon that. And then that lets me summon either that or that. Which finally I may actually have some way to take on this guy. Do I want to change his battle position? No. Just let me attack him and defeat him. And now it's just a matter of, can we survive? Or is he gonna do a whole bunch of other stuff? This one, we can summon. Okay. It didn't go as well as I would have liked it to, but still have a decent chance of winning. Yeah, I still don't really get the thinking animation in the middle. Wonder if you only see the thinking animation in solo mode when it's the game playing, the AI playing. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case, because I don't think I've seen it at all otherwise. What in the world is this nonsense? Limit removal, doubling the attack? Boy, are those some cards that I need. Just utter nonsense. Double your attack, then double your attack again. You could do that on a 20-0 normal monster. Well, I think they have to. I think it only works on machines, but yeah, just ridiculous. It's almost as if the game is actively teasing me at this point. Suppose in all fairness is worth mentioning that the story in Shadowverse compared to the solo story here, while way more complicated, is also fairly annoying. Like, it's too complicated for its own good. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Must attack. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't want the story to go on for a really long time and turn into a visual novel like Shadowverse. Shadowverse basically is a visual novel when you get into that story mode. But we're really not experiencing enough story here. I want to find a happy middle, really, between the two options. Something that tells you a little bit of story each time you play another part, or each time you make progress in another part. Well, this seems to have done it. There's basically no way a 3000 attack character does this effect. Sure. Let's go ahead and just toss this one and toss that and that and that. Oh, I think I played pretty poorly there. Yeah, I didn't realize I was going to end up destroying this card. Yeah. Talk about snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. That's the old backwardism. Okay. Summon this. Activate this. Put this in attack position. Yeah, I just don't think I have enough cards that are good to justify trying to merge these two. I think I would accidentally end up merging these two. So let's just leave them all on the field and try to keep things simple. Keep it simple, stupid. You know? Do we have something big worth bringing back? Sure. We'll bring back the 2500 character. Sure, tribute, summon that. Okay. Let's do this. That. That. And that. Again, feels more like luck than luck and perseverance than the actual strategy. And oddly, I am definitely looking for more strategy when playing in solo than I even am when I'm playing ranked. I'm fine with winning when I'm playing ranked because I barely want to pay attention when I'm playing ranked. But when you actually make me do the solo stuff, I have to pay attention at that point, because it'll just pause the game and not go forward if I'm not paying attention. So, yeah. I kind of wish there was almost some puzzles in some of these. A little bit more variety in what you were doing instead of just always duel, duel, duel. I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh! Has ever made any kind of puzzles. I think they probably have. If anything, there's been so many Yu-Gi-Oh! Games on so many different consoles. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. I'm sure there might be one on the Switch. If not, there's going to be one on the Switch fairly quickly. There's probably been about, I would guess, 12 Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that have been made. There's a lot of contents that could have been copied and pasted over as far as puzzles and strategies and things like that. This is one of those rare cases where a living game, a game as a service, makes a little bit more sense, because the card game itself that it's based on has been this living, breathing, growing collectible card game for all these years. It would make sense for the video game versions of it to also have that same kind of effect. Let's see what the story says. So, in times of peace, what became of the Karakuri? Yeah, I forgot that's even what they were called. Delving yet again into the tome of the Karakuri anatomy, next we'll examine how the Karakuri lived. Since the Karakuri Shogun Model 00 Barai had become ruler, many years had passed around Karakuri Castle. There was unparalleled prosperity. On the high roads, not only Karakuri, but townsfolk such as zealous merchants were common sights. Merchants peddled Karakuri Gamma oil and Karakuri gold dust on the street wares that were medicine for the Karakuri. They were in high demand, and for the merchants they proved most profitable. The fortress in which the Karakuri live is long unchanged. The gears that kept it functioning work as well as the water wheels by the river. The Karakuri live in a peaceful life, though there is one thing alone that they fear. That thing is fire. When a fire starts in the town, even if it isn't in an area of great concern, the Karakuri can help each other extinguish it, because the Karakuri live by lending each other a hand. So because they're all like wooden robots, they're afraid of being burned. The beasts. Karakuri exist to this day. That much we know from the many books that remain. As the story continues to unravel, new discoveries await around every corner. See, it almost feels like the Karakuri are supposed to be this whole race of characters that you would really focus on and deal with, and just expect to see a lot of them. So we unlocked another secret pack. Traditions of trickery. Where are we actually in the shop as far as secret packs? Yeah. I'm up to 7 bonus packs. Okay, new gate options are available, which is great. So we're slowly making progress unlocking things. This Gears of Justice dispatch, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like the descendants of the Karakuri. And there is perhaps supposed to be a through line, storyline wise here, of the Elemental Lords and the Megaliths and the Gladiator Beasts. And each of these are species that all live on the same planet somehow, maybe at different times, and have grown up in this turbulent universe that is being depicted with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Alright, well, I feel like if I came back here and tried to play this, did I have enough to open this? No. Wow, it does seem like it is specifically going in circles to make sure that I don't have enough to unlock gates. Do I have enough to potentially win here? I feel like I was getting my butt handed to me on this one. Either that or I was getting my butt handed to me on this. So let's just go ahead and skip that for a second and see if we can unlock this gate. Yes. And let's try this duel with the loners against the megaliths. Actually, I suppose there's probably a lot more to do here than it seems, because I could see 4 or 5 different I could see like 4 or 5 different episodes potentially happening here. Let's put that on the field. Hope this is right. Yep. I could see us doing all of the main story and then finding that it's actually a nightmare scenario to bring about getting all the duels to victories. And I may, you know what, just finish the story up and leave the rest of that. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I can't undo it though. I screwed that up. Yeah. Go ahead and activate that effect. And then see if we can summon this. Do we want to chain this? Effect activation. So I changed this level. And then that's gonna let me summon this. Okay. Set this one. Special summon that. Or that. No, we don't want to do that. Yeah. I think it is only fair and only intelligent to commit to only doing the story and just leaving any extra dueling to the like live stream stuff or just stuff that I'll go to. Why would I want to not continue to the main phase? Yeah. We don't need to change this level again. It's already at level 8. So this is where it gets really annoying, and you'd almost want a checkbox to just say no going forward. Skip. And that has been a problem with the way things resolve in Yu-Gi-Oh games for a very long time, where it just gets annoying with the pop-ups. There probably is some key you could hold down or something along that line to go ahead and skip prompt. But I don't know what it is. And they'll almost certainly never bother to learn it if it is like a controller key or something, or a keyboard key. All your opponents lose 500 for each ritual monster you control. Ritual summon from your deck in defense position. Okay. Okay. This could summon something, but I'd have to tribute something else. This one. Then see if we can activate this. That's not what I wanted to do, but whatever. Let's hope that this works. Change to attack position. Just go and set that like it's a trap. And attack. What is he doing and how is he doing it? I have no idea what he's doing and or how he's doing it, but he just totally wrecked me. That was like totally unfair. I hate to just whine, but boy, I just went from having it in the bag to totally getting wrecked. I'd have to figure out what he's doing, even to figure out how to counter it. You know, come to think of it, when you think about the Yu-Gi-Oh anime cartoon, it was always probably Yugi's deck or one of his friends' decks fighting against some other character's thematic deck. I don't recall there being a lot of... I'm not sure there ever was even a single duel where it was like Yugi's deck versus Yugi's deck and they were just... it was just who was the best player, which is kind of what we're doing here. So I probably would have liked to see the story mode to have two types of characters. One story of the protagonist, one story of the antagonist, whatever. Both of those tales being told. Then you swap between the two decks as they gradually get stronger. And then when you were doing these duels, you wouldn't be playing the exact same cards against the exact same same cards. Now, in all fairness, there is a limitation around that idea. Let's see. Because you're not going to learn as quickly if you're not seeing what the other people play. Let's see. So this one... Okay. Okay, I'm trying this. And then select this. And select this. I have no idea what cards I'm even playing at this point. Like, these look like totally different cards. And a totally different deck. What happened here? We went from playing the Spirit of the Megalith Now we're playing something completely different. Let's just hope this is less than the other thing. Looks like it is. Yeah, it's a real blink and you miss it. Like, all of a sudden I just get a different draw and I'm playing in a completely different game. Like, totally different cards. Arguably, maybe if you're practicing something like this, you should start with more cards or start with a different card. It's kind of pointless to do, but whatever. And see, this might be a case of the game cheating in my favor and giving me a really good starting hand. Because, yeah, it definitely feels like I went from extremely average luck or extremely unlucky to extremely lucky. Yeah, there's no reason to do anything, just play it easy and win. Yeah. Ideally, what you would have done is told a story, setting up the two sides always here, had a path that goes up here, had a path that goes down here, and then have a practice, have one duel with each of those two single player expansions, then have the path come back and merge into this point with a duel, and then you could pick one of the two decks, or you're randomly given one of the two decks, so you have to win with both of the decks. Then you have another duel here, and then you have the final story and the goal. So yeah, but then you could cover double the types of cards you're covering in one more interesting story, because there's really not any conflict being told, and it's not really much of a good story if there's no conflict in it. You're talking about characters, but you're just talking how cool and strong they are. You're not talking about who they're even really fighting. Okay, well, send one card to your graveyard. Alright, let's see what this effect does. Summon that. Activate his effect. Let's go and take that trap without actually looking at what it is. Okay. Okay. Excavate the top 5 cards. Special summon another monster to the field. go with that, I guess. Then that, then that, and that. Activate another spell or trap. Oh, well, this is gonna work. Card to destroy. Yes. Polymerization. Okay. Summon another card in defense position. Okay. Special summon now. A tuner non-tuner for 2200 or a tuner non-tuner for 2400. Take that one and that one. Now, is there a possibility that there's something better here that I could special summon? I think the answer is no, because we're seeing only 6 stars, and the odds of there being a different 6 star that's better, I think, is kind of likely. During your main phase, we can excavate cards. Excavating apparently is looking at the top 5 cards. Let's see. Draw a card. Put it on the top of the deck. On top of the deck. Let's go draw a card. Just pick all these. And see, this could cause a reshuffle if you needed to. I think we just want to attack here, though. I think, though, we'll see if we can. I think 1200 oddly is slightly better than this. If we've gotten lucky enough and eradicated most of his strategy, we're gonna win. If he can do fossil fusion, which is not polymerization, then he's probably gonna bring something up giant. Wow, just like 7,000 attack points. Hmm. Okay, well, add a field spell from your hand to your deck. The terraforming. I probably should have terraforming in the deck I tried to build. That way I could take a field spell and that spell out. But I don't know if that really would be that helpful. Yeah, I have no idea what could even happen here. Like, I could have sent something to the grave like that, but unless there was something specific that could be activated from the grave. Seems like it's fairly easy to get off the path. Get off the general path of having a chance to win with these loner decks. Yep. It definitely is getting more exhausting as we try to do more of these duels. And it's not like I have a structured deck or a custom-made deck that just blows all these strategies out the water. Although, in all fairness, I will say that particularly some of the Yu-Gi-Oh games I played that had no online at all, so you were always just playing against AI, they were incredibly simplistic in their style. Not that very many, not really any variety in the cards. Maybe instead of 6,000 cards, there might be 1,000 cards in total. And I was able to just build a deck that would win 90% of the time and just suck all the fun out of playing a collectible card game. And that's why I probably, of the dozen Yu-Gi-Oh games I suspect that existed, I probably played like 2 or 3 of them for any realistic amount of time. So it is nice and good that we don't have a situation here where I could create an Exodia deck and just be guaranteed a victory. Interesting. That changed its level up to an 8. So you change that to this. And then we special summon this, sacrificing this. I hope that's right. Okay. Let's do this. And let's attack. Smallest amount of damage. There. Let's see if we can special summon something that is 2 level 8 monsters. Yeah. Hmm. See. Once per turn, you can detach it. Can't be destroyed. And they can't special summon monsters from the graveyard. Interesting. So we'll want to be careful when we activate that. Go ahead and end the turn. We'll wear him down. See, this is what he did before. And I couldn't activate my effect to fight it. So, how do we... How do you survive a win here against that? Well, that might keep me alive for a couple turns. Blue Eyes White Dragon. I don't know, give me this one. And then this one, and then this one, and then this one, because I'm definitely not going to be able to summon that one in time. In fact, I probably won't be able to do anything in time. Unless this trap card could destroy this, and then he has no backup strategy at all. You know, I definitely am getting a feeling that I probably wouldn't be much fun if I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At some tournament after a while. And that definitely was a part of the problem when I was playing like Magic the Gathering and other collectible card games, is they all take a little too long. You can get maybe 2 good games into it, but by then I am pretty exhausted. I just never have had enough of attention span to do the whole Dungeons and Dragons things where you meet up with a group of people and you're going to spend minimum 3 to 6 or more hours playing a gameplay session. I can do that, or I at least could do that when I was younger with video games. By myself, but you have to be a little bit more sociable, and you have to kind of interact with people a little bit more, and that takes some of your attention away too when you're playing a real world game, collectible card games. And same is true for like board games like Monopoly. I've never really enjoyed even playing a single game of Monopoly, although I suspect that's probably true for a lot of people, is that they are too slow of endeavors for a modern mentality. Okay. 2200. That's just 2200. Okay. And certainly it feels like it's dogpiling on when you play one of these duels and then you lose, and then you play another one of the duels of the same duel and you lose. Then you play another one and you still lose. Let's see. Double its original level. Sure, why not? Can we summon this? Sure. Chain that to double that level. Then summon that. And then take that. That one I guess we'll take. That seems like that might be useful. Nothing we can activate here. Okay, well we need to now summon something with this. What would this point to? Yeah. I think we'll just leave everything alone. Oh, I guess I could have attacked and destroyed something. Like I could have killed that, and then maybe that would have triggered a trap or something. What is he doing? Here, I'm gonna play this spell. And not activate that. And then I'm gonna send something big to the graveyard and hope it's not a mistake. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is summon this here. And this is gonna seem silly, but then we got some other options now. 2400, 2300, 2. Okay, I'm gonna select 2, and then I'm gonna take this one and this one, and then I'm gonna put this here, and this should actually activate this effect. Activate effect. Gem Knight Pearl. You can go here. And you can go there. Although it probably wouldn't have been a mistake. Now, I think this effect also can change his level for whatever that's worth. Let's do this. I could have put this as in attack position. Not too bad though. Yeah, that didn't turn out too awful. He doesn't have very many cards left, so I can possibly win this, but who knows? He's got enough in his. He's got enough in everything else to his graveyard, and really only takes like one good card to synergize for 3 other good cards. Like I said, it takes only 1 good card to synergize with 3 good cards. Yeah, this is getting really dull. I'm managing to get maybe 2 or 3 recordings a day, but yeah, if we did all these solo things and found that there was a whole bunch more solo things that unlocked, I don't have it enough. I don't have enough energy in me to do that all in one go. Like I need to take a month's break from doing solo things. Okay. Yeah. Just cannot win here. And it's so crazy, he's just activating abilities and things when it's my turn, but I guess that I do that against the opponents all the time. Yeah, inherently, when I'm playing a collectible card game, particularly against AI, I want to be so overpowered. I want it to be so unfair against the AI. A fair fight is not something I'm looking for. Because I really just don't very often see actual challenge in collectible card games anymore versus just drudgery. Just time consuming, time wasting. arguably I'm pretty burned out on playing collectible card games. Having played Hearthstone for years, Magic the Gathering Arena for a short time, Shadowverse for at least a year. And honestly, when I live stream, I'm just using it as a background noise. So if I could find a different kind of idle game or something to play that had like dailies, I probably would move completely away from collectible card games into something else. But I've yet to find a game that A, is either popular enough to justify that, or is just exists like that at all, or maybe there's some things that exist like that, but then they're not updated and supported, so there's no new content ever added to them. There is definitely a danger here where, since Magic Duel Yu-Gi-Oh! Here is new, if they came out with like a new expansion in less than a month, that would feel a little extreme. I'm not even gonna bother to do anything here. There's no way this is gonna win. And he's just gonna rub it in when all he needs to do is just attack. I'm not seeing the strategy. There's something about dropping a very specific card into the graveyard, and there's something about drawing a very specific card. But I don't see it. He has like the AI I'm playing against clearly just has different cards than I do. So it doesn't feel like there's an opportunity to learn here and say, oh, I can do this and I can do that. I can do some of this, certainly. Let's give it one more chance, because I'd like to win on go out on a winning game, but I don't have a lot of hope. In fact, I may just surrender. Okay. This one just doubles your XP. So, Adamantipator. Okay. Put this on the field. Set this. Set this. Ritual summon. Effectively putting that in the field to special summon this, to then sacrifice this. Face up attack position. Have face up defense position, I guess. Activate its ability. Take this spell card, because this spell card has been helpful before. Exactly twice its level. Ooh. So maybe the strategy here is to activate this, and then this could be used to ritual summon a monster from our deck that is maybe, yeah, maybe 6, because 8 plus 4 could be 12. Is this a quick play spell? Yes, it is. Alright. I guess we draw and surrender here. Like, enlist this effect here. Yeah. Yeah. But I can't figure out what the field spell is. I can't figure out what anything is. Just gonna have to surrender on this. I have no idea. My mind has been turned into mush. So yeah, I really just need to focus on covering the last 6 story parts of this, and everything seems like it will just be left to these clears. We still don't have enough to unlock this one of the 6 element rewards. And if I was to come into this one, like, I think I would probably just bang my head against the wall. I did play a little off screen and make some tweaks to this first attempt deck, but clearly there's a lot of work that still needs to happen here. If you draw a dark monster, you can reveal any number of them, send them to the graveyard, and then draw one more card. So you just activate Veil of Darkness as that. Then we can set this on the field. I could have kept it in attack position to try and keep it alive, but it'll be a while before I could summon Sipho the Sky Dragon. Yeah, 14 with 14. So yeah, I could certainly bang my head against this deck and just try and summon Exodia. Or I can try some better strategies. But a lot of it is just going to come down to getting a good draw. Probably having 2 Cypher with Sky Dragons is not useful. Threatening Roar. So you can't attack. Yeah, it's not even like worth it to stick with the game. Like, if you're really gonna just try and get these victories, you should just surrender, connect back in. Don't care about the fact that you may not be getting levels. Let's try this again. Once per turn, you can discard a light monster and banish one light monster from your deck. So this idea would be to get rid of a whole bunch of light monsters. Let's see. This is a really good card. Let's see. Is now the time to activate this? What do we have that we could possibly summon? I don't think we have a lot of good extras. One turner and non-turner would... Yeah, I don't think we have anything that's that good. Plus, frankly, if you could get 5 of these on the field, I don't know how you would have 5 copies of the same card, but you could severely limit their abilities. Let's see. I feel like I could probably get something now that's better. Is this a level 4 monster? No, this would not be better. Okay, so take this one, take that one, put it there. Activate its ability, do special summon a monster there. So yeah, it does feel like I am slowly making adjustments to this first deck that would work. One thing about the Exodia cards that give you some value is you probably have noticed that I play very aggro. I just try to put every single card on the field, and while there might be some benefits to hold a couple of cards back, there isn't a lot of benefits usually to hold a ton of cards back. But Exodia changes that, because if you're slowly collecting the Exodia pieces in your hand, A, that scares your opponent as to why you're not playing cards and confuses them, and B, it potentially works with like Cypher the Sky Dragon, whose attack is based on the number of cards in your hand. If I summon this, I could special summon this, but you probably don't want to do that. Can't activate anything from the graveyard. Sun God Unification. probably shouldn't have activated that trap, but you're not going to scare the AI anyways. Yeah, so you can summon this face up, then you can special summon this as a tribute, and then it will be at 1,000. You can't summon this or this, but then there would be 2,000 zeros if you did manage to get both of those on the field. They could quickly turn into 3,000s or 4,000s or even 5,000s. So yeah, what I think I'm gonna do oh, you can add the cards back to the hand? I did not realize that. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a lot of these off screen, a lot of these duels off screen, because I'm not really feeling like I'm adding much here. You're just seeing somebody play very badly with their own badly designed deck. I don't feel like I have a lot of commentary I'm adding to this, so we'll do it with the loner decks, because obviously these people can follow along and see how my struggle lines up with others. But for the ones that we've already cleared with the loner decks and it's just the my decks, like I don't think there's a lot to see here. Like, you probably already have a general idea as far as what I'm bringing in here, as just my first attempt to have creatures on the field and not long enough to have a defense to summon the god cards or summon Exodia. Slowly but surely, a deck like this would eventually get twisted and changed in such a way that, like, playing this Veil of Darkness only really makes sense if you were playing a lot of dark creatures, but I don't think I'm actually playing that many dark creatures in the deck. I think if you actually look at it, I'm probably playing more light creatures. Yeah, it's hard to tell because of these logos, like which is a dark and which is a light, which is fire, earth, wind, and water. Like, I don't think this is dark. I think that's probably earth. I think this is dark. So ideally, I would go and edit this deck more and get rid of things that aren't dark in favor of characters that are dark, to just try and reduce the number of cards in the deck as quickly as possible to get all the Exodia pieces. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do, is just get these the solo decks or the custom deck challenges done, and then I'm probably going to take a fairly large break and not record any more episodes for today. Power of the Dragon as a structured deck might very well all of a sudden change everything. But maybe not, because it definitely feels like these structure decks are just the beginning of making a good deck, not something you really want to keep. You would want to just kind of immediately make a copy of this and see if you could craft better versions of cards to replace things. Ring of Destruction certainly would be nice to have in most decks. Yeah, at the core of it, there may very well be a deck you make that has really no synergy at all, and it's just the best cards combined do better than any themed deck. But yeah, from the looks of it, either doing one more solo mode gets us Synchro of Unity, and I believe these very possibly were the other two scripted structured decks that were available to you when you first started playing the game. But yeah, really isn't a lot left. Like, I thought I was gonna probably burn out with a lot of all the things you could do in a month, but honestly it might be a week before there's just no more stuff to even care about. I will also watch the Duel lives off screen. I think I'll probably just every day for 5 gold come in, watch the Duel lives, and that's it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.